Hi, welcome to Mixergy HQ. I'm Roy Fugler, Training Officer for Mixergy. So today's video, we're going to look at testing the immersion heater. It could have failed and it could be on any of the cylinders. Now, it could be a backup immersion heater, which is used if it's a heat pump or a gas or oil boiler, or it could be the immersion heater if it's on PV. So before we do anything, we make sure that the electric is fully isolated, and then we're going to remove the cover. So remove the cover. The next thing we're going to do is to disconnect one of the connections. Obviously we've checked that it's isolated, but I'm just going to make sure I've got no power going to it. I've carried out safe isolation, but just as a double check, I've got the fuse out. I'm just going to make sure I'm on volts, and I'm just going across the primary connections. So as we can see, we've got no voltage there. So I'm going to change on to the ohm scale. I'm just going to remove one of the connections, in this case the live connection, and go across the two connections on the immersion heater. And I'm looking for round about 19 to 20 ohms. And I've got 19.6. So that immersion heater is good. If we had an open circuit, obviously it's failed, it's got an open circuit, it's not going to heat up. So now we're going to look at testing the immersion heater on the solar diverter. So the first thing, I've actually removed the two screws just to make life easier. There's just a little cable, an Ethernet cable that we remove, and then we lift this up. Now there are two fans inside here to keep it cool, so the easiest way is just slide that round and you'll see the two wires there, so we're not pulling them too tight. And again, we've got the immersion heater down here, so I'm going to pop the multimeter onto ohms, and then again I've already tested to make sure it's dead, so I'm just going to remove the live connection off the immersion heater and then just test across it, live to neutral. And again, I'll be looking for that reading somewhere in the region of 19 ohms. And this one's actually bang on 19 ohms. So again, this immersion heater is okay. If it was open line, that's the reason it's not working. And it's just a case of replacing the immersion heater.